Guanimes de Puerto Rico. And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. So for the guanime part, this is what you're going to need. First you need to have handy some strings and some banana or plantain leaf. Have a little bit of salt because you're going to need a pinch, and about a tablespoon or so of sugar. The best guanimes, they have a sweet taste. Mine, I only using a little bit of sugar replacement, but my recommendation is use a couple tablespoons of sugar. Give them that sweet taste because they are delicious. That's a hint. Important part, you're going to need some cornmeal, heat and medium high in Spanish, harina de maíz. You're going to need some warm coconut milk or leche de coco. You're going to need some water. Or you're going to put fish broth. And this is the key thing. You're going to add for coconut milk. Every 1 cup of the solid, which is the cornmeal, just a little bit of salt. You're going to need a combined 1 cup of the liquid. The sugar replacement. If this happens to be 2 cups, this combined is 2 cups. If this is 1 cup, this combined is 1 cup. Now the ratio between the coconut milk and the water or the fish broth is going to be. You're going to mix it up. Let me lower the heat. 2 to 1. So if their combined is 1 cup, that means that 2/3 cup is going to be coconut milk, 1/3 is going to be water. If this is 2 cups, then that means that 1 1/3 of a cup is going to be the coconut milk, and 2/3 of the cup is going to be the broth of the water. You're going to do this for about 8 minutes. You want it cooked. Let me lower the heat to medium. I don't want to burn. You're moving it, you're creating that masa. If for whatever reason things are a little bit too thick, you can add a little bit of butter. About, I don't know, teaspoon, tablespoon. So it doesn't get too, thick, too dry. I'm going to do just that. I added the butter. So it actually took me about 5 minutes. I'm going to move it from here to another container. So this is very simple. You're going to put a little bit of oil on this, just a tiny bit, a few drops. And you're going to brush it around. Few drops, not a lot. Then you're going to grab that ball from here. And you're going to shape it to the size that you want. And this leaf might be too big, but that's fine. You shape it. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be super pretty. And what you're going to do, you're going to start rolling them. Then at the end, you're going to tie it up with a string. And you're going to do the same on the other side. You make sure this is closed hermetically. I have a bad finger, so I'm having a little bit of difficulties. See? See the size of my hand? It's a small thing. And you repeat the process with the other ones. Make sure the thing is tied nicely and repeat the process. So the question is, with what do you eat the Guanimes? Two ways. With Bacalao guisado, which is cod stew, or with habichuelas guisadas, which is Puerto Rican style bean stew. Personally, when it comes to the beans, I prefer the black ones. So I'm going to go with my cast iron. This is an antique, almost 100 years old. You make sure this is hot. So I have this heating up for a couple minutes so the heat distributes. I have a medium high. I got a couple fresh cut fillets. If your area cannot find fresh, buy the salty one, but you have to kind of boil them twice to get the salt out. This one is the opposite. This one are fresh. You have to add salt to this one. So this is what you're going to do. I went with the cod. So I'm going to keep it quick and dirty. I say a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to put some salt. Doesn't matter what kind. Sea salt, Himalayan salt. I'm going with the Himalayan salt. You can use regular salt. Get them around. And I'm going to add these babies. You might want to add a little bit more of oil. Shake it off. And what you're going to do now, and don't worry about this is normal. As they start, cooking a little bit, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, here on the side, onions. Some cilantro. If you happen to find culantro, feel free, add it. Garlic. You can go to your refrigerator. And this is optional. If you happen to have some sofrito, add a little bit. You don't have to because this pretty much accounts for that. Just a little bit. I haven't get the description how to prepare the sofrito. This I have over a year and a half. Tomato sauce. Smoked paprika or regular paprika, one with the smoky one. Actually, one with the regular one. Medium high. And you cook this baby until it breaks down and it's cooked completely. Some people might add some broth, some people might add regular tomato sauce. If you wanted to, you could have cooked with some annatto oil to give it more color. You know, you could have done that. I went with the regular extra virgin olive oil. Some people like olive. Some people don't. But if you do, you just do this. Add a few. That's like, once again, some people don't. But if you do, just add a few. You can cut them in half. I mean, this is a quick and dirty and delicious. And you cook this until it breaks down and cooks completely. And after about 6-7 minutes, it's done. Done off. So for the 1 minute, it's very simple. Pot, water, and you boil them or cook them for, I have a medium high. Cook whatever you want to cook. I have about 4. The other ones I'm going to put in the refrigerator. And let them cook for about 10-12 minutes. So after about 10-12 minutes, maybe even 15, take them out the water, remove them. Then you're going to unwrap them.